So now I can trade full time. I can help other people trade full time or get that skill of them trading full time. People ask me, how do you do it, etc. And in this video, I'm going to break down the most important part of trading. Now, for the last couple of weeks, you've not seen a YouTube video from me. I've been Milan, been Paris, a few other places, etc. and things like that. And I took a step back. I took a step back from trading as actively as I normally would, even though I was there for the community to make sure that they was all right, obviously day in, day out, because the community, big shout out to the community, love them. And they give me the purpose for me to continue to trade and do YouTube videos, etc. and every day. But for me, it was kind of like a little bit of a step back, trade a little bit less, trade with bigger size, etc. and things like that. But what I noticed over that period of time was at times, sometimes when I wasn't that active, people would lose themselves a little bit, etc. and things like that. So I thought, right, let's do the next video on what is the most important part of your trading journey. All right. Now, for me, you go across the board. We have steps. We have, get a strategy, get an edge, and look after risk management and read these types of books and all these types of things. And I'm massive on books, have changed my life. And, all these meditation, breath work and all these things. Great, right? Unbelievable. But it's the morning routine. Some would say the night before, but definitely the morning routine that is going to put you where you need to get to on a nervous system level. Now, if you follow my videos, I speak about nervous system. I speak about identity. I speak about parallel universes, our energy and all things like that. And for me, they are what have changed my life. And they are what are going to continue to change my life in the future as I go deep dive into myself as an individual and for helping others along the way on this incredible journey of life and trading. But this is the key part of trading. You must have a morning plan. You must have a morning plan. Now, once you become serious at trading, you're normally in bed for 10, 11 p.m. because the next morning, ready for the markets, you need to be on elite level. Because trading is an elite level sport. I don't care what anybody says. I played elite level sports. I played it professionally for 12, 13 years and it was my life. And guaranteed, if I was not at peak performance, most of my performances were below par. Okay. Now, just like sports, in trading, you get the next day to put that right. That's the key point. You get the next day to put that right. And that's why your morning routine needs to be in key. So the first things first, let me run over how I do things. What helps me is I look at the charts as I get up in the morning and I just briefly say good morning to the community. What that does is that triggers my brain to know that work starts now. So then I start to analyze the charts. I do a brief video, which I send out to everybody in the morning, so they've got the levels and the key levels to trade from. Now, if you don't have a community, still do that because you're priming yourself and your nervous system to automatically get in a habit of getting to the office, even though you're not getting to the office, but that's by saying morning, everybody. And then you're analyzing or quickly having a look at the markets of where you want to trade from. Now, it's very easy for me. I just trade the NASDAQ on futures. I use my options levels and I use my daily levels and my session levels. That's where I'm going to be trading from. Now for me, making that 5-minute, 6-minute, 7-minute video and sending it out to the community, that's another trigger for me to get ready for the market. I've analyzed and now I know where I'm going to be looking to take trades from. So can see I'm already putting the pieces to the puzzle together. After that, for me, I will do a little bit of meditation. I may get a water. I may even get a matcha. I may get a macchiato, whatever it may be. Okay. A few things in the background. And then I'm ready to roll from about 10 to 8 UK time for the London market. That's a very, very simple morning routine that I have to do as a leader and a coach and a mentor to make sure everyone else is set for the week or set for the day. If you don't have that community, as I mentioned earlier, do exactly those steps, what I said, before you go into the market. And why is this important? Well, as I said, I was away for a couple of weeks and that's why I've not seen a YouTube video and back and forth, etc. But behind the scenes, a lot of people were saying to me, Fran, can I have these levels? Can I have these levels? And they don't have the software to have the options levels, which is fair enough. But what I noticed was that people weren't really analyzing the morning video that I did, or they weren't really taking into consideration that they needed to do the groundwork themselves. And that's the key point. When you hear about signals or people giving you trades to take, or can you trade for me? Or is it not just easier if I follow you live trading and things like that? It's not, because you're not learning the skill. And it's the skill that is going to allow you to go and catch your own fish. I can take you fishing all the time. I mean, I've not been fishing for a very, 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 very long time. Decades, in fact. Probably wouldn't even know how to fish myself right now. But if I did, decades ago, I probably would have helped you catch some nice fish. But that's not the point. You want to go away and catch your own fish. So that's why preparing and analyzing and taking this skill, which is an elite level skill, which can give you a life of opportunities to that next level, is by doing the hard groundwork yourself. Now, once you start to do this, you're going to get into a really, really good habit of analyzing the quick markets in the morning. That's why I suggest to people do not trade 25 assets with 25 different strategies. As you follow my videos, one asset, one trade, one system, one trade a day. All right. If you can see my hand was over here. And that's why, because you want to concentrate on doing the same thing religiously, boring, and just keep doing it and keep doing it. I have someone in the community, very close friend, who has strayed away from the way that they trade to try and chase payouts, and more than one, and not sticking to the one thing that got them success in the first place. And I asked them, what was it that you was doing wrong? Well, I was rushing to the charts. I was rushing from one place to try and get to the charts for the New York Open. I was seeing something and trying to get into that trade a little bit earlier than I should. That is all down to not analyzing and taking time to actually self-regulate and see where you are in the markets. Now, there's also a lot of people that will watch this video that are beginners, and they're going to say to me, well, Fran, how do I get to that level where I even know what I'm looking for? Because it does take you a few years to even understand what you're actually looking for in the markets. Now, this is the first thing. If you haven't started trading yet because you think it's some scam and you think it's all there is social media, start trading. Yes, there is a small percentage of people that become successful in trading. And let me tell you why. Because most people don't have passion, heart, commitment, resilience, or ambitious. So that's why they fail, because they're not willing to put the work in. But if you've been thinking about trading and you've been on the sidelines, get involved and take the risk. I have people jump on calls with me all the time. They don't do anything. A year later, they pop up on my email list. Oh, I'm still thinking about trading. They've lost 12 months. They've lost 12 months of their life because they decided that maybe I'm not going to take that investment. Maybe I'm not going to invest in myself to get where I need to get to. So for those of you that are brand new to trading, and you may have come across this video, take the risk of start trading. Take the risk. That's number one. Number two, try and get to find someone who can give you a simple edge in the market where it's repeatable and it's boring, but it sticks with your personality. Now, that doesn't have to be the way that I trade, because it's not going to suit everybody. There are going to be some people out there that you resonate more with, that you like the way that they trade, whether it's simplicity or whether it's overcomplicated. It's all down to you as an individual. Get that edge as quick as possible and stick with it. Okay. Number three is then going to be, do not concentrate on the monetary side of trading. Do not concentrate on the monetary side of trading. I can tell you from experience, and it still happens to me now, if I concentrate on the monetary, I make impulsive decisions. Even now, after nearly 11 years of trading, that happens to me. So make sure that you are not following the monetary. And of course, you risk. I'm not going to go into too much of risk, but without risk management, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to have good risk management. So again, if you need any help with that, you know exactly where I am. Book a call. There's a link below. There's a free 30-day journal in there as well. And if you missed out on the 10 spots to join our new group trading, live trading, on 3 days a week and 2 group calls with testing something, because we only work with mentors at the moment, mentees, but we're introducing something. Maybe we can create a community where people want to live trade, etc., and things like that. You've missed this, those spots already went. But again, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like and give this video a hype. Maybe that would help, because I don't even ask about those things no more, but give it a boost or a hype, and I'll see you on the next one.